Hey guys, what's going on? This is King Fever here, and today I'm gonna make a little blog, if you want me to say it, if you want to call it that, or a little rant. And basically, it's about a YouTuber that goes by the name of Shartimusprime. Okay, of course, a lot of people are subscribed to him. I myself included. Shartimusprime. Now, of course, you know that he's a YouTuber to reviewing action figures, not just Marvel Legends, of course. Anything, whether it's DC, Marvel, or makes blogs about unboxing stuff, or makes blogs with his wife Charlotte One. Already made like 5 parts of his documentary, like the eBay one, which was funny, the Hunt one, which had a crazy ending, the Trade, which it showed, I believe, Century Productions, if I'm correct. Was it Century? Yeah, it was Century. And part 4, The Visitor, which featured Sean Long. You broke my finger? Oh my god. And the pre-order, which had his cousin, who kept warning Shoutout about the pre-order for that Walgreens exclusive Moon Knight. But I believe it's out right now. But the documentary is not what I came to talk about. What I came to talk about is the amount of figures that I collect are the same amount that Shartimus collects. I even got some on my shelves. Well, yeah, I mean, I do, but I don't put them in dynamic poses or have them hanging by a wire on my ceilings like he does, because I I'm not that spectacular with the poses. But whatever it is, it's just posing action figures every day, like one of his themes. And if you look at my Facebook, I already did like a little scenery. It might not look good, but you could probably know what it is. And yeah, that was me just playing with my toys today, like Shartimus. Playing with my toys today. My toys today. And I don't care what people say, I'm gonna play with my toys today. Yeah. So yeah, eh, but yeah, what I came to talk about is that Shartimus, one way or another, has become a worldwide YouTuber. One of the most craziest and funniest YouTubers, in my opinion. Sure, he might have adult content when he's talking about figures, but yeah, he's pretty cool. Sean Long, I haven't seen him post something in a while. Same thing goes for Century. Solid Snake in my pants. I ain't subscribed to him, but I bet he's doing something cool with. I mean, for instance, this Daredevil figure right here, based off the Netflix series. I've heard about this from Shartimus. I mean, no, he didn't tell me personally. He reviewed it, and he told me that this figure includes the head of the Man Thing Build-A-Figure series. Now I got all the figures to build Man Thing, and let me tell you something. Before I started YouTube, before I started Facebook, I was always used to collecting the Toy Biz versions of build figures. Never got ahead of collecting the right figures to build them. By the time my father and my mother knew what was going on with these Build-A-Figure series of Marvel Legends, when Hasbro continued the ongoing thing, when they heard about when they saw that the one I was building was Odin, they were like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." And yeah, I mean, that's when I wanted to be building the figures by collecting the certain figures in that set. And Shartimusprime, when he does it, he tells you whether he likes it or hates it. And the one that he did not like the most was the man thing. I mean, he didn't hate or anything. He thought it looked cool, but he wished there was just something a bit more like the Toy Biz one. But if you're looking for a Daredevil, buy this one. If you want to buy the comic book one in the vintage collection, or the one from that's still part of Hasbro, but that looks comic book like, you can buy that. But don't buy the Toy Biz one. Well, this is not Toy Biz one, this is Hasbro from the Netflix series. But don't buy the Toy Biz one that's their Ben Affleck, because that one is crappy. I used to have it. I didn't like it. I liked it at first, but not anymore. So buy this one. This one is good. I'll be right back. This thing right here is the same thing. Is the same way I feel about my Daredevil. Pretty cool, nice sculpting, good point of articulation. Even though his biceps doesn't move, but his arms move, his head moves. I mean, see that? His elbows move, and you know he has articulation, knees. And one thing that Shartimusprime loves is the ankle pivot. Ankle pivot. And he has no ab crunch, but you could turn it around, but don't turn it full circle or else you're gonna break it. So and if you know the size comparisons that he does in the near the very ending of his videos, I think he scaled this up to his 80 years Hulk, meaning the 80 years Hulk when they did the anniversary of him versus Wolverine. And I have to admit, this guy is nearly about the same height as the Hulk. So if you wanna make a diorama of him, of Thing and Hulk fighting, you can. Besides, those are like one of the most popular comic book fights of all time. I mean, it's an original comic book fight. I mean, I got the comic in my closet. Now I know what you're thinking. Where did I get those comics? I didn't buy them or anything, but they're in a box, and they're not from a basement. Because don't you just hate that? Where a guy goes like, "Hey, guy, wanna go through my box?" What? Wanna go through my box? I got some comics, and they smell. They smell like a really mildewy basement. And then you get them, but you still look at them and they're cheap. And then you buy them, and then you bring them home, and they stink. Nothing gross than a smelly old comic book. Oh, I just hate that. But anyways, getting off topic. What I wish for Shartimusprime to review, if he can, I want him to review. I want him to review not a figure, and I don't want him reviewing anything Marvel related. Actually, I want to see him do a reaction to something entirely different than Marvel. What I want to see him do, and this is a request to you, Shartimus, so you better listen up. I want to see him do a reaction to the trailer called Come and Learn with PB. Now, if anyone knows about that show coming out in October, in about 5 months, you know what I'm talking about. And Shartimus, just look it up on YouTube, make a reaction video to it. Tell me what you think. And yeah, shout out to you, Shartimus. Keep rocking. And that's all I pretty much have to say. So with that, Chris will see you next time. So don't forget to like, leave comments, subscribe, and light it up blue. Like my pants, and this, the blue-eyed ever-loving Ben Grimm. Bye. Stay cool.